I have to get your reaction to what happened in Garland. I mean, right after you became a national story, now here's another Texas town that's dealing with the first ever ISIS attack, which is not a great distinction to have when you're going for first, ISIS attack on U.S. soil. When you heard about this, what did you think?
I was shocked. It is a tragedy. It's an awful thing that happened. I feel bad for the people and all the people involved. I feel bad for the mayor of the city who's now having to answer and be in the spotlight as well about it. I mean, these are not mayors that are proactively going out seeking this. We're put in the position of having to respond, and it was a tragedy. It was a tragedy, but I'm glad there are at least people like you that are identifying it for what it was, and it wasn't a terrorist attack.
Yeah, and I think that you and I think that Mayor Athos have done way much more than maybe, say, in federal positions, other elected individuals, to recognize this for what it is, because I think that really serves the public. And we had Mayor Athos on the show yesterday, and he was saying, look, because he was even coming under fire for why would you as a mayor allow something like this to take place in Garland?
The double standard. Yeah. It's a complete double standard. You are damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It is freedom of speech.
Right.
And to say that it's anything other than a terrorist attack is wrong.
Right.
I mean, you have ISIS that's already claiming responsibility for it. And you've got people in the media who are denying that they have anything to do with it. Well, the fact is, we don't know. We don't know if they directly impacted it or not. But for at least a minimal, that they had the influence to get that kind of anger and hate on our own soil.
Right.
And you've got people who are in our country right now who are doing terrorist acts on American soil to other Americans.
Exactly, doing terrorist acts on American soil, and then also trying to sort of push American laws on American soil completely aside. And I wanted to get, the last time we spoke, we were talking about just recognizing, American law for American courts. That's, it's a pretty simple thing to think of. And I know in Texas and in Irving, there has been this fight, because that's what, and this is how it's all related, because what happened, that wasn't about a cartoon, that was about Sharia, not being able to draw a cartoon under Sharia. I wouldn't, as I said earlier, you wouldn't be allowed to be a mayor. I wouldn't be allowed to drive to work. We wouldn't be here, basically. And there was a court trying to establish Sharia in your city, in Irving, Texas. I mean, this is, this is middle America, Texas of all places.
Well, and whether or not it was a court, a tribunal, a mediation service, arbitration service, I've kind of heard, everything that's gone on. The fact is that, we're supportive of the American laws for American courts. A lot of people just think it's an assumption that you've got those laws in our courts, but the fact is that you do have a little bit of wiggle room. And our justices don't always follow American laws, especially in cases of family court. Right. I wrote that op-ed piece saying that this is an issue, this is an equal protection under the law issue. Right. This is specifically to protect women in family courts.
Right.
And I am shocked that the left is so deaf to that.
Yeah.
That they are not coming out and supportive. They're throwing out labels. They're calling us hateful, bigoted, racist. You're hearing all of that. And as soon as they start talking about labels, what that does is it squashes legitimate dialogue.
Right.
If you're talking about, when you're in a defensive position, you're not talking about what the law stands for, what is happening in these types of courts. You stop that discussion, and then you're just put into a defensive position. I'm not playing the game.